Welcome to Comics on Parole. My name is Dan Glazer. Right now I'm going to give to you your favorite and my favorite, Mr. Tommy and his box. Take it away, Tommy.
Thank you, Dan, for giving me the floor. You know, if you're coming out to this genre to be on this show, you got to find your way back to the airport, so you better remember the name and how to get to the $1 billion Ivan Allen, Maynard, Michael, Reggie, Jesse, Andrew Jackson, Hartsville, Atlanta International Home Depot Coca-Cola Airport, somewhere off Peachtree Street in Georgia. And you can see it from Stone Mountain. That's a big rock with some Civil War graffiti carved in on the side. And he won't take that damn Confederate flag down. But it's off I-85. But here's how you get a typical day at Atlanta Airport. Well, lower your self-esteem, but don't be a jerk while cavity searched, and y'all be clean. Now, attention passengers, be sure to pick up that free moist medicated tux. They say it helps, and it comes along with that complimentary sack of nuts. So that exit door is open wide, and I'm going down that JetBlue slip and slide. I've got my 2 tall boy BBRs in my hand. And if that suitcase hits you in the face, have a nice sphincter. Bye-bye. Bam. Na 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 na. Well, don't knock the Big Dipper until he's had his Milky Way. You hear? Because that's when the man gets in the moon pie. Then Peter Piper gets to play. Thank you, Dad.
Just to clarify things, Tommy in the Box is actually an Atlanta legend. For 18 years, he was a bartender over at Cafe 290.
Yeah.
Which is right across from the Punchline. All the major stars, after they performed, they asked to go see Tommy at the Box at 209, and he did it for major celebrities. Ray Romano, Seinfeld, and the last comic to see him do this was Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, get her done, guy.
And he did a performance, Larry the Cable Guy, and then Larry the Cable Guy never came back to Atlanta after that. This is a true story. He's an Atlanta legend. Listen, right now, stay up here. Right now is time for Dan's Facebook jokes. Dan does. I need my clap machine. I forgot my clap machine. So I don't get time to go out and perform like you do, Tommy. So I'll just tell you some of my Facebook jokes. Okay, went out to breakfast the other morning, and they had a sign there. We have bottomless coffee, and I said, "Can I pay extra for topless?" But dun.
Juan Valdez showed up.
Okay, and you know, I always had this fear of dying on stage, and not figuratively, but literally. I got a weak heart. And comedy is tough, as you know. Comedy is very tough. Mm-hmm. That's why I wear a Life Alert bracelet at every performance. Dum. My wife actually travels the world as an accomplished magician. I'm her third husband. The other two, she sawed in half. Then she made them disappear. Dum. We went out to dinner I went out to dinner with my wife, and she started, this is true, she started yelling at me, "Why are you always looking at that iPhone? Stop it!" I said, "If I don't look at the iPhone, I'm always looking at the girls." She replied, "Get your eyes back on that iPhone right now, mister, and don't let them up until I tell you." Dum. And I was thinking about buying a shotgun to protect the house, but I realized I don't need to, because my wife's had a lot of practice throwing kitchen knives at me.
Yeah. And how many shotgun weddings was she in?
Huh?
How many shotgun weddings was she in?
I don't know. Those were my Facebook jokes. Anyone have a bumper music to play? Okay. Thank you. Exit the stage. Exit stage right, Tommy. Stage left. I gotta say, who are you? You look just like Don Denver. Who is this?
He's a Bernard Sprague.
Come over here. Just get here. I want to say, John Denver is in the audience. Come here right here just to show your face now that I said it. John, you get that all the time, right?
Every once in a while.
So, I'm not going to ask you questions. Well, go. Where have you been all these years, John?
Working.
Working. Thank you, John, for appearing on Comics on Parole. I appreciate it. Just like John Denver. Can you sing?
Not a lick.
Not a lick. Okay. Okay. He was quite an entertainer. He really was good. Okay. Now, right now, we're going to introduce a young lady who, if she stops playing with her iPhone and texting, who are you texting to, cute?
My girlfriend.
You know, you're on stage here.
I am. Oh, it's my turn.
Oh, okay. While she's no, stay there. While she's doing, let's play her intro.
The very first.
Go ahead, text. Keep texting while we play your intro.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
If you are not familiar with Too Cute Presents and her events for mature adults, then I suggest you look her up right now. She started out doing comedy at the tender age of 50. You heard me correctly, and quickly realized there was not enough entertainment around for adults her age. Thus, she began producing her own shows with artists such as musicians, vocalists, comedians, and painters that she enjoyed having entertain her. Now, she finds artists that you would like and brings them to her shows for your enjoyment. Join her this summer for the Summer Music and Comedy Experience. Throwdown Wednesday is the first Wednesday of the month with R&B, soft rock, and lots of dancing. Sultry Sundays are the third Sundays of the month with smooth jazz and a little dancing if you'd like. There are also some Gospel Sunday brunches as well.
Hi, welcome to Comics on Parole, Too Cute.
Hi.
How you doing, Too Cute? Where did the game Too Cute? Have you been called Too Cute since you were a little girl, or
No, it's the name I gave to myself.
with the Shirley Temple hair?
No, actually, the story. You want the real story?
Yes.
I worked at the day shelter for women and children where I taught computers. And the women taught me that they had very low self-esteem, so it didn't make sense whether they learned how to do things or not. So I
Okay.
developed a character, Too Cute, which is who you saw.
So before you went into
with
entertaining,
sexy on the butt, you know.
yeah.
TU is French and Spanish for you, and cute because I am.
Yeah.
But that was a character that I developed. But that Too Cute was that character with the teeth and.
Well, now, let me ask you. So
overweight
you
stuff.
went into comedy at age 50.
Yes.
So what made you do such a thing?
Stupid.
No.
People were laughing at me anyway.
Yeah, right. People
yeah.
don't start being funny. You've been funny all your life,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've always wanted to go into entertainment.
I did, but I had no talent.
No, that's not true.
It is true.
And you also have a talent in arranging shows and things like this, right?
Yeah, I started doing that because I was in front of young people that had no idea what I was talking about when I was trying to tell a joke. They weren't born yet.
Yeah, that is a problem. That is a problem.
So I started doing shows for people my age. So I do live music and comedy events for mature adults.
Okay, and so did you go into comedy first, or did you arrange events first?
Comedy first.
Okay, what is this Sultry Sundays?
Sultry Sundays is what I call my Sunday show that I do once a month at Steve's Live Music.
Let's just play a bit of that Sultry Sunday.
From the drippings can. All in a store, go out to the shopping, be back the floor and walk in the back. It's like a
for another dollar. I'd rather be with you, cause you make my heart scream and my love. Love is a temple and I'm so glad that I am with you. We come a long way and yet this is only the beginning. Oh my love, oh my love.
So you really put together some wing dinner.
Yes, I do.
Do you have a show every weekend?
No. Didn't you hear me? Once a month.
Once a month. Okay, so you're not making a living at it yet.
Well, there's a lot that goes into it.
Oh, it's a lot of work.
Yes. And I do other shows. I mean, I do other shows, and I have speaking engagements, and I get hired as a host. I mean, there's other things that I do.
What do you speak about when you speak?
I speak about maturing.
Maturing.
You know? Yeah, what a real pain it is.
Yeah. It's hard getting old. It was especially
but usually when you get old, it doesn't get hard.
You know what's hard is what I learned at 58. It's even getting hard to get out of a car. Just to get out of the car to come in here actually felt like it took 2-3 minutes.
Really?
It was a real struggle.
I don't have that problem.
Of course, it would have helped if I remembered to unbuckle the seatbelt. But hey, that's a good thing about Alzheimer's. You meet new people every day. Okay. Now, what nationality are you?
How much is it paying?
What if you tell me?
Oh yeah, because what I do is I pass myself off to the highest bidder. Because sometimes they pay black people more than white people, and sometimes white people more than black people, and sometimes you get extra perks if you're Hispanic.
Right.
You know, and if you come from the Mediterranean.
You look like you could have been the head of the NAACP.
I was.
You do look similar. Has anyone said that? It just hit me. She was a very attractive woman. Whatever her name. What's her name?
That's a good thing for you to say right now.
I thought she was very attractive. Personally, I got to tell you, what was the big deal? She should have just come out and said, "Yeah, I'm white, but I associate. This is what I'm proud of. I don't know what the big deal is." She should have just said who she was, right?
Yeah, that's what I say about my family.
I can't remember her name, but I thought she was attractive.
They don't tell either.
I said, "That's a good-looking white woman who's trying to be a black woman."
I'm the first of 9, and I'm the only black one.
You are? Oh, really?
And we have the same parents.
You do?
So I figured, since they was probably so little, this had to have been the reason that they ran out when they got to the rest of my brothers and sisters.
Gotcha. Okay. I hear being the head of the NAACP pays very well.
Does it?
And they like women with good sense of humor. Okay. Why music?
Music because people feel good. You feel good when you laugh. And I only got so many jokes, so in order to do a show I have to fill it with something else. And but Atlanta is full of so many wonderful artists that I thought I would bring them on the show.
Okay, yeah, I mean we're the headquarters for rap, but more than that R&B and everything. And what I've noticed about rap, it's really cleaning up now and becoming much more appealing to the masses than it used to be. Am I wrong? I find it's cleaner than it, because now that Eminem is 44 years old, he speaks about going on Geritol and everything. Okay, and what is next? Do we have time? Commercial. Are we going to commercial now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the boss says we must go to a commercial. Let's watch the commercial.
HappyAmp.com, the place to get your portable PA systems. HappyAmp.com makes portable PA systems for professionals who need to be heard. Waistband amps, complete wireless microphone systems with internal battery for wireless use. HappyAmp also has great accessories like headsets, microphones, tripods, audio cords, and hard cases for your HappyAmp products. So shop at HappyAmp.com. And don't forget to tell them that American Hearts Radio LLC sent you. Or you can go to our website at AmericanHeartsRadio.com and click on the Happy Amp banner. Call today at 1-800-504-4800. That's 1-800-504-4800. Or visit Happy Amp at happyamp.com. That's HAPPIE amp.com. Call today at 1-800-504-4800. Get all these great deals and great prices at happyamp.com.
Okay, we're back. And so, have you not been performing stand-up for a while?
Yes, I have.
When's the last time you performed?
Every time I'm on stage.
When's the last time you were on stage? Don't get smart with me.
Seriously, last Tuesday I was at...
Okay.
Oh.
No, that's good. No, you told me you were jumping back into it, so I thought maybe you hadn't been in it in a while. So where were you last Tuesday?
Well, that's because there's a difference between the comedy that I do and then the comics that actually go on stage to perform. There's a big difference because they develop a skit. They develop their act. I don't get that chance because I have sometimes the same people coming every month. Right. So I can't give them the same thing. So I talk about them.
Okay, well, let's play a little bit of Laughing Skull.
Funny Farm University Club, and she produces her own shows throughout Atlanta combining jazz and comedy, which is really cool. So you guys, please welcome to the stage, Too Cute! Y'all, that's weak. We gotta get strong. There we go. All right.
All right, wake the fuck up. I'm up here now. So let's get it. Okay, I want you to know I'm 56 years old and I'll be asleep before the 5 minutes is up. And I also need to sit. Because that's standing too long. This doesn't work with these high heel shoes and these old bad knees. I swear up and down, I'm going to be 86 years old in stilettos and a cane. Because I'm going to wear my stilettos, because you don't only need them for this. You know what I'm talking about. That's the only thing I could think of using them for. Walking ain't worth a damn. But anyway, how y'all doing this evening? Y'all having fun? Yeah, I thought it was funny as hell when they were talking about it's hot in here. Ain't it always? The only time I can't conjure up one of those like hot flashes is when it's cold as hell outside. I'm always hot. And I walked around here. I've been in Atlanta like 16 years. And to be this old and dating is not such a good thing. Men tend to look at younger women a lot. And I find that I've gotten some of the best dates since I've been over 40. Yes, honey. You know, you ever been out on a date and this guy is like all excited about you and you're excited because somebody's finally excited and he takes you out for a drink? You go out after work and, oh, this is great. He reminds you that he only invited you for a drink. Happens to me a lot.
That was a good one. Do you like the Laughing Skull? It's
Yes.
a good club. It's a good club.
Yes.
Briefly, I just want to. You had a. The next one is Frankinella, and I was impressed with this guy. You had a Frank Sinatra impersonator that
Yes.
actually goes out to Vegas and everything. Is he on a lot of your shows?
This is that was his third performance
Oh, okay. Well,
with me. Yes.
oh well. Let's play just a brief clip of that, and then we have to get another.
I said you're nobody. Tell somebody. You know what? You may be king. You may possess the world and all its gold. Gold won't bring you happiness when your ass is old.
When I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, oh so starry-eyed. When I get you up there, I'll be holding you so dear, you can't leave this year, 'cause we're together, weather-wise it's such a lovely day. Say the words and we'll be the birds down the waterfall. California on this
So that was Ella Fitzgerald and Frank Sinatra. You could take that show anywhere.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
what I
thank
plan
you,
on
Naya.
doing.
Well, you need to
that
do
was
a
their
sh-
first time together, and they did a fabulous
You
job.
need to do this show at Jerry
Tommy Macon,
Farber's.
yeah, Tommy Macon and the Gentlemen of Jazz with Charlie Fellingham. They did a wonderful job.
Charlie Fellingham's known all over the country. He makes a very good
Yes.
living doing that. He performs in Vegas. Maybe we could do a show at Jerry Farber's.
Yes, I think we should.
Can I do 5 minutes? Have you been happy with this interview? Tell me, you can be honest. Have you been unhappy with this interview?
Oh no, I'm always happy.
Okay, good. Oh, you don't want me to do 5 minutes? I got it. Oh, I got it. Hey, too
Almost
cute.
got by you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on. We'll get you on again.
Thank you.
Think about that show at Jerry
It's been a
Farber's.
pleasure. Oh, do I have to wait until it's
No,
over?
you can exit stage
get-
left.
But people get to see my hiney when I get up,
We'll look away.
just in case.
Okay. And right now I want to introduce again Tommy in the Box.
Hey, y'all, this is a billionaire out of the box. If y'all want to be a billionaire, it's in the box right here. If you want to grow a cartel, here it is. Cha-cha-cha-chapo! That was a current one. That's all I got on that one. But anyhow, you remember the football season's coming up. We all know that. Bet you want a little history of last season. Did you all see the Stooge Bowl? We all did. We saw it in the newscast every time we got to the TV. The Stooge Bowl is my... This is the story that smells of Roger Goodell and his NFL, the violent thugs that he cannot expel. Round 2 goes a bell. Now the jerseys won't sell, and he say, "Shh, 24 million ain't not enough. I won't tell." First and goal, Stooge Ball. Ray snaps. Punch down. Well, gee, hell, I didn't see that one coming. Or either did I, Chris. That was way out of left lobby. Yeah, she pushed his button, and he took her right to the parking deck. We'll get it right next time. Blam.
Tommy in the Vox does grow on you eventually. He grows on you. He's also available for bar mitzvahs and weddings and funerals. Now let's welcome to the stage comic performer. Proforma. All right. How you doing? It's Bernard, right?
Well, actually, it's pro forma, and it has to be that way.
Explain that to me.
Well, I'm a spy.
Huh?
I'm actually a spy.
For who?
The BIA.
What's the BIA?
Black Intelligence Agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain more.
Well, my job is to go through the corporate structure, corporate America, and find out what's going on.
Right. And what's going on?
Well, there's a whole lot going on. And comedy is my cover. Stand-up is my cover. That's what it is.
Okay. Bernard has been a comic actually for 20 years, right? You performed for 20 years, correct?
I performed 20 years ago. I stopped performing.
And why did you stop?
Well, there were a lot of things going on. There were assignments going on. The first reason I stopped...
As a secret agent?
Well, yeah, I'm always on a mission as a secret agent.
Right.
I mean, like I'm working on a mission right now as a secret agent.
What's your mission?
Well, right now, the agency would like to know where the funerals are for the people that we all know are going straight to hell.
Right.
I mean, because think about it. Every time you go to a funeral, no matter who it is,
right,
they're going to be Jesus, they're going to be with Allah, they're going to be with Buddha. Listen, Hitler is not going to heaven. Osama bin Laden is not going to heaven. So there have to be funerals for people that are going to hell. And somebody's got to hold these funerals. But no one.
Are you a minister too?
Oh, no. But that's in Revelations, but no, I'm an agent. But the deal is this. I've come close to finding one funeral, and that was in Montgomery, Alabama. I went there, and this lady was burying her ex-husband, a billionaire, and at the grave site, she had the open casket. And the husband is in there, and he's laying face down, which is great because, listen, you need to look where you're going. We say that all the time. We say that all the time. You need to look where you're going. But then she went over to the grave, and this is no lie. She put in there an empty fire extinguisher, a 10-gallon can of gas, a box of matches, a bag of charcoal, a 5-gallon jar of barbecue sauce, and this beautiful floral spray that said, "Bon voyage."
Yeah.
And that was it. Now, that was close, but it didn't have a sermon. There was no minister.
Yeah.
So that doesn't qualify as a funeral. So, you know, it works like the mail. Like, when you send a letter out, you've got to have two things. You've got to have a stamp and an address.
Right.
Because otherwise, they'll send it back. It returns the sender.
That's correct.
Well, the same way for people who are going to hell. They need to have the right stamp and the right address, because otherwise they return the sender. That's how we get ghosts.
And most wives don't want their men back.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Nobody does.
Now, who writes your material?
God writes my material.
Yeah.
You see, this is the thing. I stopped doing stand-up at that time because I wasn't funny. And I know, you know, I wasn't funny because God told me I wasn't funny. He was like...
Did God tell you you weren't funny, or the audience tell you
God
you were
told me I wasn't funny. I heard God.
Because the audience tells me I'm not funny.
No, God did this. You know,
Okay.
I was wondering, God says, "You think you're funny? You don't know Bupkis about funny.
Yeah.
You Meshuggah and Swatza, but you got a lot of chutzpah for a goy. You want to see funny? I'll show you funny. And what happened was my life just imploded. You know, I mean, listen, I went through alcoholism, drug addiction, divorce, homelessness, jail. And then I reached this point, and we all reach it. You know, one of three things can happen. You can either go over the edge and go insane, you can lay down and die, or it just becomes so ridiculously bad till you just laugh.
You should never have given up comedy. You wouldn't have fallen to the bad side, to the dark side.
Yeah, you just laugh. And so, you know, that's what happened. And, you know, now it's like, listen, if God can send Moses to Pharaoh to talk to him, to let my people go, there's no reason why God can't send me to a mic to try to make people laugh.
That's right. So are you back into comedy?
God knows people needs to laugh.
You need to come to our open mic at Jerry Farber's tomorrow night.
I'd love to do that.
$5, you get chicken wings and grilled cheese sandwiches.
I'd love to do that.
Okay, now listen. Where are you from originally?
Originally, I'm from D.C.
Oh, I could tell you're from the north.
That's where I grew up. Yeah, listen, the most wonderful, glorious days of my life were when I lay in the arms of another man's wife.
I thought you were going to say another man.
No, my mother. She was married to my father.
Wife.
Yeah. You know, and that was a great time. The kids were cruel.
Yeah.
The kids were really cruel in D.C. Really, I mean, these kids, I was 7 years. Listen, you got to remember, the first 6 years of my life, I was totally deaf. Couldn't hear a thing.
Really?
Yeah, my parents taught me sign language.
How'd you get your hearing back?
I stuttered doing the sign language to get. They thought I was having a seizure. You know. Really. I mean, this, you know, and then the kids were cruel. I mean, they told me, I'm 7 years old, they told me that if you look in a rearview mirror, you can see your butt. So I went home, and I got in the garage, I found a rearview mirror, I looked at it, and Ma, she says, what's the matter with you? I says, my face looks like my butt, because they convinced me that a rearview mirror would show you your butt. You know, kids are cruel. So growing up in D.C., I learned a lot of things. A lot of good comedians there in D.C. at the time. Tommy Davidson, Dave Chappelle, Martin
Dave
Lawrence.
Chappelle's from D.C.? I didn't know
all
that.
from the D.C. They used to do the Pizza Huts and stuff like that. You know, they're a lot younger than me, but I used to go see them.
We had a comic on here, Comic Pierre. He performed with Dave Chappelle. You know Comic Pierre?
I know of him. He's from the area.
He's done some notable movie work.
He's done some
with
film,
Halle Berry and Babs.
Yeah.
And no, he's quite distinguished in
absolutely.
And okay, who's your comedy influence?
Oh, Loretta Aiken, better known as Jackie Moms Mabley.
Oh wow, yeah, I remember her.
George Burns, especially Gracie
You
Allen.
look a little like George Burns.
I know, I'm a lot taller. You know.
Where's your Gracie?
And I don't have this cigar. And also, I'm gonna tell you who else I really like. I think this guy is probably one of the greatest storytellers of all time.
Yeah.
From Yazoo, Mississippi, Jerry Clower.
Yeah.
I mean, great storyteller.
Yeah.
You know, and Jeff Dunham.
You knew Jeff Dunham?
Well, I don't know him, but I know of his work, and this guy's hilarious.
You know, my wife told me I ought to give up being a comic and go into being a ventriloquist, and then she said, no, don't do it, because the audience won't be able to tell which one's the dummy.
Yeah, well, that's what's known as an occupational hazard.
That's right. Now, you want me to ask you, what do you think about racism?
Listen. You know, all of this stuff is in the news about the Confederate flag and this, that, and the other. And me, I approach everything, you know, because comedy is my cover. I approach everything, you know, with some humor. Listen, I lived near a guy that I knew was a real racist. I mean, I could tell, you know, he was a neighbor, lived right next door, you know, and just didn't want anything to do with it. He had a Confederate flag. And one weekend he was having a barbecue. And he had so many people till they began to park on my lawn. And I'm like, this creep, he's having a barbecue and he won't even invite me. Let me go over. So I went over there, knocked on his door, and he looked at me and he says, oh, it's you. You know, the last person I want to see at this barbecue is you. So I stayed until everyone had left, and I granted his wish. That was the last one he saw.
Were you ever a Secret Service agent? You know, remember the Secret Service agent? There was an article, I read the paper the other day. It's where the Secret Service agents got caught with prostitutes, drunk, and gambling in South America. And then it said, you too can have these great benefits if you apply to be a Secret Service agent. No experience necessary.
Well, no, listen, I like it at the BIA. The BIA works for me. I mean, because, you know, it's a whole multi-jurisdictional...
Do you carry a gun?
I can't answer that. That's classified.
Now, Bernard, where do people see you perform?
Oh, listen, on the bus, on the street corner, it doesn't matter. I'd love to do something at
Will
Jerry
you come
Farber's.
to Jerry Farber's tonight or any Wednesday night?
Okay.
Thank you so much, Bernard, for coming on. Do we have time for Tommy to do it? Stay here.
Very good.
Very quick one. Stay up here. Tommy's going to sing you a song.
Please.
Hey, my man. Paula Dean, man. She brought her Dixie Demons out, didn't she? But she wants to apologize in the box. Okay, here's Paula Dean's Dixie Demons apology right here. Bam! Well, I wished I'd stuffed those balls of cotton in my ham hole when I talk rotten. They took away my book a day, my chef pay in Disneyland. In Disneyland, where I was torn between Oprah and white meat porn. They took away my food tray, my maid K in Disneyland. Well, I wish I weren't in Disney. It's in array, a decay. In Disneyland, my inward plan was to live that lie that would fix me. Well, okay, I'll pay, but I'll still be white in history. So today, I'll say, spread my butterball cheeks and kiss me. Wham!
Oh, stay there, Tommy. See, he grows on you, didn't I tell you? Anyway, thank you for tuning in to Comics on Parole. Tune in when 1 month when we don't know who will be on. Thank you.